I made a bunch of money doing memes on Facebook. After my PhD in cryptography, I got my PhD in cryptography. I went and did memes on Facebook. I had a Facebook page, right? And it had 1 million people in it.
How'd you get 1 million people on the page? That's what everyone wants to know.
Yeah. So we had a bunch of apps for the YouTube, Facebook business, right? It was an app for every channel, right?
Yep.
And so they all had different names. And like what would happen is they would like the app of the channel, the actual Facebook page of the channel, but then they would like the app page. Every app had a page as well. So they'd like that as well. So then Facebook said, we're getting rid of app fan pages. So you can transfer this to a regular Facebook page, but it has to have the same name. So I changed all the apps names programmatically to the same thing. I created a Facebook page of the same thing, and I transferred it over to the one page. Yeah. So the names matched.
Seems logical. 1 million viewers. So you began.
So what happened was, it was super funny because it started like, they transferred over slowly. Could see the number, hit refresh and see the number. It was like 100,000. I was like, oh, cool. Like 200,000. I was like, oh, this is great. It was like 300,000. I was like, oh, okay. Then I come back like later and it's like 600,000. And all of a sudden, by the time it was done, 1.3 million. I was excited. And so I knew with this Facebook page, if I could get these people over to a website, I could run ads.
Got it.
And that's what I did. When it first started, it was like 6 figures a year in Santa Monica on my Facebook page. But that was going down real fast.
If anything, what would you do different?
This was temporary. This went away real quick. So whatever the app loophole was, they sewed it up.
But you learned something though.
Yeah, I got to 600 in the US on Alexa, which is like the website, traffic rankings. We were above PizzaHut.com and Playboy.com.
Wow.
It was for a month, you know what I mean? Wow. Like we got more traffic that month.
This changed what you were doing, but like where would you deploy capital?
So it turns out I needed that money and I put it into my business, and I wasn't spending too much. So that went on for just a few months, and then they sewed up the app loophole. But I had banked during that time, maybe like 100,000 or so, and so I had that money and I was sitting on it, and I knew that my Facebook page was making money, and I'd written all this software to make my Facebook page money. But there were all these other Facebook pages and they weren't making money.
Got it.
And no one was monetizing their Facebook page at this point. And I looked around and I knew this person would be making $20,000 a year, this person would be making $10,000 a year. And I'd been platformed stuff before, so I just took my software and I platformed it, and I got people to sign up and start using my software to monetize their Facebook page. I mean, you have to do it different ways. Like the way I was doing it is they would post a link to my website, and I would run Google AdSense, and I would give them like 70%, and I keep 30%.